Good morning. I'm April Chadwick,
And I'm Diane Gertis.
and we're with TMA Corner. How are you today?
I am wonderful. We are having, again, weird weather. We live in Phoenix and we are having a true fall. Where the weather has gotten cooler weeks earlier. Now, cooler to us is being in the 80s during the day and in the 60s at night. But it's been incredible. I mean, we've been in the 70s. Today's only supposed to be 79. I do have no idea. Usually this doesn't happen till right around Halloween. And this has actually happened a couple of weeks ago. So
And I'm not complaining about it.
no, we're not complaining. No.
No one is. Everybody's like, let's bring it, especially for Arizona. You guys understand, like we don't wear coats here. And just any chance we get to get our boots out and hoodies and all that, I think everybody's super excited for it.
Yeah, that's us. Woo.
I know, you think it's like Christmas. Woo!
Oh.
So that's what we live here for, though, is for the times like this, for sure. So what are we going over today, Diane?
Home inspections.
All right.
And home inspections are, well, truthfully, anyone can get one. But let's say primarily you have purchased a home, you're under contract, and it's been recommended or not to get a home inspection. And there are three reasons why you should get a home inspection. And April, you need to make sure I remember all three of them. One is, what is a home inspection? Why you should have a home inspection. That's really one.
Mm-hmm.
Two, what kind of homes? That's two. Yeah. What kind of homes should get a home inspection? And three, how much does it cost?
That's a good
So
point.
those are the three things that we're going to go over today. So what is a home inspection? A home inspection is, well, let's just do the primary way. Although when we were selling a home, we got a home inspection before we put the house on the market to see what the home inspector would find. But typically you bought a home and it may be recommended or maybe not to get a home inspection. But what does a home inspector do? A home inspection, the inspector goes through the home and it's very thorough, everywhere from the roof, if there's a basement, foundation, to the electrical work, appliances, pool. It takes the whole the entire house. And typically these inspections can take up to 6 hours. And when they're through, when the inspector is through, the home buyer will meet the inspector over at the house, and he'll kind of just give you a quick run up of the greatest hits of what's going on with the house. And also he'll put together, not that day, but you'll get a big, thick booklet going over everything. Now, the inspector, you hired them to find things. Every home will have something. Some it may be minor, some maybe not. But every home, a lot of people get this and they go, oh my God, look at all this stuff. Oh my goodness, what are we going to do? But it may just be little stuff, and you can't get all freaked out over what the inspector may find.
That's very true, because sometimes people are like, oh my gosh, there's 41 issues or 41 things. And sometimes it could be that your light switch is reversed.
Yeah.
Or, it's not fall to pieces stuff. They are just doing what they're supposed to be doing.
That's correct. So they should, and they may put after every little thing, you should get a licensed roof inspector. You should get a licensed plumber inspector. And yeah, you could do that, and not that you shouldn't do that, but that's what they're going to put over each, depending on the segment of the house that they've inspected. So what kind of house should get one? I'm going to use real life stories now. For instance, I have a client a couple years ago, and it's very popular right now for people to buy flipped homes. In other words, an investor buys a home, goes inside, guts it or not, and upgrades the home, and ta-da, puts it on the market to make a great deal to make a profit. And April, I don't want you to take offense with me saying this, because I know you guys are deeply in love with Primrose, but it's like putting a lipstick on a pig a lot of times. And no offense to the lipstick companies either, or the pigs, But sometimes it is what it, I mean, they have been some beautiful houses people have fallen in love with. Then they do the home inspection and they find out, oh my goodness, the house needs a new roof, new air conditioners, the foundation's cracked. I mean, these are real life stories of things that happen. Our most recent one with a home, and these are homes that are beautiful looking. Why would, I mean, this house is only 2 years old. Why would you need a home inspection? Oh, may I tell you why? On one recent one, the inspector went up to the attic and the homeowner had removed all the trusses.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. Trusses, they had moved, decided because they needed more room. What do you need those pesky trusses up there, that lumber? Let's just take it out. And I have to tell you, that is not the first time this has happened. It happened years ago on one of Joanne's clients that bought a home, and the client had done the same thing, had removed the trusses.
Wow.
So yeah, you kind of need trusses, just saying, because it kind of holds that roof up, you know. So these are the things that you may not even think of. Or better yet, maybe you've got an Uncle Joe that can look at homes and he's a contractor. He doesn't do it every day. He doesn't do it every day. So you definitely need one for a flipped property.
Mhm.
Do you need one for, and then you may assume, well, I do need one for an older property, because I mean, there's one thing, like when you're buying a home and you love it and you get the home inspection and you realize it's going to need a new roof, it's going to need new air conditioning, but you know what? You're okay with that. I mean, the air conditioner probably has another 2 years left. The roof probably has another 2 years. And you think, all right, I got a plan for that, but I want this house. And the seller isn't going to negotiate. Back in the ancient days of 2020, the seller would actually negotiate sometimes. And I'm not saying they won't now, but it may be difficult for you to get a seller to negotiate. The house that didn't have the trusses, the realtor did a great job and negotiated a very hefty reduction in price.
Oh,
But I'm not saying, I'm sorry, what?
it's wonderful that the agent could do that. And
It
not
is,
that
but I'm not saying most of them would probably just say, fine, see ya, we're just going to put it back on the market. But
well, just similar, like, I mean, you talk about falling in love. I don't know if you remember, but this was a while ago where I fell in love with a house and they did the home inspection and it had a sunroof. When you went upstairs, you could see outside. I was like, I don't think that's,
yeah, it was a permanent sunroof, not a moonroof, a sunroof.
yeah. Like, I don't think I'm not ready for camping yet.
April, you can also see the stars at night.
I know. Look, glass half full or glass half empty.
Oh, yeah. So these are all this is no matter how beautiful that home is, please get the home inspection. The other is, do you need it for a new build? Oh my goodness. Let me tell you the stories. Sister, there have been so many stories of people who have, yeah, they're a great builder, but the builder himself or herself is not out there slamming and making it happen. And it will give you comfort to know if you get although the builders are going to guarantee, usually on a new build, at least a year, some 5 years. I'm not sure of the warranties. But if something happens, they're not going to run out there and fix it right away. They're not on standby waiting for you to call them. You're going to have to wait. So get a home inspection. Find out before the home is completed what items that may have not been done correctly. For instance, one of the things that was found in one new build last year is that the insulation that had been promised was not there.
Wow.
So just these are real life things. I mean, does it happen every day? No. But so get a home inspection. I think I've gone over the type of, and in a condo, let's say you have a condo and you're buying a condo. Do you need a home inspection? Yes, you need a home inspection. You need the home inspector to check it to make sure that the appliances are in good working order. You need to check it. He may even want to just do a quick walk around the exterior to make sure there's nothing that as a home buyer need to be concerned with. So the third thing is how much is this going to cost? Well, I'm going to put it into perspective for you. Home inspections are anywhere between $350 and $650, $350 to $650, maybe more depending on the size of the home. You're thinking, I don't want to pay another $350 or $400 or $500. I'm already giving you my earnest money. I'm going to have to get an appraisal. I've got closing costs. Well, how much is it going to cost you if you don't get a home inspection and you find out that there is a sunroof, unexpected sunroof,
Yes.
or if there were no trusses, or my goodness, you were told that the house had insulation and it doesn't, or if there is a leak somewhere in the house, or if the electrical equipment is from 1910 and probably is going to need replacement. It is one thing for you to be aware of it and go forward the house knowing these things, at least you've got knowledge of it. But if you're a first-time home buyer and you've saved your pennies to buy a home, get a home inspection. Make sure you understand that home inspection. Make sure you're aware of the costs that it's going to take you to possibly repair items. And it may not be today. The home inspector say, this item is great. You know, the stove, just to let you know this, the stove was installed in 1988. But it's, you know, you may be looking at having to purchase another stove in the next couple of years. As long as you're aware of what's going on in the home, then just that is the purpose. The purpose is, first off, to make sure you're not buying, again, my apologies for Primrose.
That's okay.
Yes, I know, Primrose, that you're not buying somebody who put lipstick on a pig. And that is what happens more often than not.
Do you, like, since we do like to talk stories, do you remember the one that Carrie told us about the woman that they were selling the house and the city had condemned it? And so they repainted it and put all this incense and everything in it. And this woman bought it and the realtor pushed her to not have a home inspection. And then a month later, the city came by to shut the house down and she had no idea what it was about.
Yeah.
And that
was a long time ago, but yeah, these things, just get a home inspection. And as part of the home inspection, one more thing, if I may add, usually they will do a termite inspection. So, and make sure that you get a termite inspection, but I've had clients who are moving here from, I don't know, Minnesota. Oh my God, my house has termites. What are we going to do? Okay, you live in the desert, dude. You know, it depends, but termites, either the saying here in Arizona is either you've had termites or you're going to get termites. So depending, of course, I don't want to take lightly of any type of infestation because it could be severe, but you know, that don't go to pieces over the termites, and the seller usually will automatically fix that. Also, as part of the contract, if you're buying a home, as part of the contract, you should get, not on new builds, but if you're buying a previously occupied home, they are supposed to give you a list of things within the house that they know that they've had issues with. And you could come back and say, well, that should be enough. No, it's not enough. Because if the client has only lived there 2 years, if the seller has only lived there 2 years, he may not be aware of, maybe there is a mold issue somewhere in the second bathroom. Right. And the home inspector should be able to find that out. So these are all, don't take what the seller is going to take. And in good faith, they probably are telling you the truth. Okay. But just keep in mind, everyone needs a home inspection. Perfect. Anything I overlooked?
No, but that was the question I was going to ask you. Is there ever a time that you would say, don't get one?
No.
And I think that's what a lot of people don't seem to understand. And especially in this market, because everybody's trying to get their home, and, you know, we do have, you know, supply and demand shortage a little bit, but what people don't realize is the home inspection is to protect you as the buyer. And, you know, and it's very important for you to have that. And also to pick a home inspector that is non-biased and professional, not your Uncle Joe. Because Uncle Joe's just going to go and look for certain things. And I think it's very, very important. This is a great thing to go over today because so many people have either bypassed or, not done the home inspection. And at the end of the day, it's come back to bite them.
And the home inspector, you need to take into consideration, roofs are a big thing in Arizona just because of the heat. But if the home inspector says, you probably have about two years left on that roof, you may want to get a licensed roof inspector to come out and look at it and see if indeed that's the case. Because if a roof, depending on the size home, can be expensive. Same thing with air conditioners. Air conditioners, believe it or not, the ones that were built 30 years ago last longer than the ones that you're getting now, but still they're not as efficient. Right. So if the air conditioner is over, because you really do not want to buy a home and not have air conditioning. And then one more thing, home warranties. A lot of people I don't believe in home warranties. I'm not going to get a home warranty. Man, that is your choice. But I have a true event, a relative of ours canceled his home inspection, and a home warranty, and the next day his air conditioners went out.
Yep.
So and air conditioners are a big thing in here. If you don't know, Arizona, air conditioners are a big thing in Arizona.
Yeah, kind of a big deal.
Kind of a big deal. So just not saying that everyone's got their own opinion of it, but especially if you're purchasing a home, I would recommend at least get a home warranty for the first year so that you're not having a big expense such as a new stove or air conditioner or a pool pump that would need to be replaced. Make sure those items are covered on your home warranty for the first year. Then you could have, but that's just my recommendation.
And that's perfect.
Keep thinking of things. You probably think, Diane, why don't you write things down? I'm like, no, that would be boring, wouldn't it?
Back to me later. It'll be a whole podcast. What's this podcast? All the things I wanted to go over, I forgot. So
that'll be the next one.
Random
stuff. We'll just do random. Maybe that's what we'll do. What is this home at? Random. It's just random.
Yeah, we're just gonna do random things. So hey, maybe that will be the next one. Things that have come up. So, but no, I think this is a very important one because so many people, at least what I'm seeing on my side of the market, is people are trying to do whatever they can to get their offer accepted. And by getting their offer accepted, they're sometimes foregoing some of the things that they need to do to protect themselves.
And I thought of one more thing, and this will be the last thing. If you're buying from a I company, and you know what companies those are, they buy them as is. Some of them do absolutely nothing to them. And they may not even supply you with the owner list. That's called a SPUDS, but the owner's list of the repair of items that are not working or in the house or they've had issues. So if you're buying from an I company, you need to immediately get a home inspection.
Absolutely. And that's a very, very good point because those people don't even know anything about the property.
And the property, and guys, the companies don't start with I. I've got I because those are well, you need to look it up. I don't want to talk discerningly about.
I thought you were talking about I. No,
your I, my I, or I.
We have a lot of people coming through these I companies.
Yeah, they're the internet companies that they're advertised all over and offer to come in and buy your home, and a couple of them are national, of course. So
yeah. So no, I think that was great. And if you think of anything else, just let me know. We'll do a whole nother podcast.
Random. Yeah. Okay.
Now I know what the next one is. I don't have to stress about it.
I know.
I'm good. So, well then, wonderful. Thank you for that. And, of course, if you have any questions or you've had a home inspection or you're thinking about it, please call Diane. She knows everything about it, or you could call me as well. But I think that was a great topic to go over because it's something that's definitely been overlooked a lot lately, I feel.
Yeah. Main thing is pay that money because you don't want to be paying. You could just be paying thousands of dollars if you do not.
Absolutely. So, well, thank you so much, Diane. And how can everybody reach you if they wanted to?
Yeah, call me anytime, 480-235-5667. And I welcome the opportunity to answer questions and to help anyone I can.
Perfect. And I am April Chadwick, and you can reach me at 602-740-5319. And we really do enjoy the opportunity to work with everyone out there. So if you have any questions, if you need anything, give us a call. So
have a great week.
Have a great week. Take
Take
care.
Bye.